Across the nation, the health of Irish families is in decline. In this series, 6 families in desperate need of life overhauls go under the microscope and open their doors to the scrutiny of a team of medical experts. Dr. Sinead Byrne is committed to reversing the decline of the nation's health.
We can reduce the incidence of chronic diseases with prevention, and that starts in the home.
Fitness professor Niall Moyna is on a mission to get the country moving.
Unless we radically transform the lifestyle of our children, they are going to be the first generation that will not outlive their parents.
Dr. Nina Burns is a passionate advocate of families taking control of their well-being.
We don't need doctors to keep us well. We need a healthy lifestyle.
And new to the team, nutritionist Daniel Davey wants to change the way we think about food.
We can't underestimate the value of eating good food.
A week of scanning and screening will reveal what's really going on.
I'm feeling it's going to be like a heart attack with the pants I'm getting all the time.
And the cold, hard facts will come out in the consultation room.
We could end up in a wheelchair.
They have 8 weeks to turn their lives around.
That's it. Good job. Good job.
So proud of you. Well done.
The households are facing the challenge of a lifetime.
It's just awful.
You're really not taking things seriously.
All while under the glare of a doctor in the house. Under medical supervision this week are the Haskins from Clondalkin in Dublin. The Haskins are a mother and daughter duo. Mum Geraldine is 54 and daughter Amanda is 31. This duo have extremely bad habits and are in drastic need of life overhauls.
Do you want sugar in yours?
Yeah, 2 please.
I drink a lot of tea and I'm drinking a lot of coffee every day. When I make the coffee I have to have 3 sugars. I don't like coffee just straight. I don't measure them by teaspoon. Like if I measure them by tablespoon, like 3 heaped tablespoons of sugar. Like
Sugar with coffee.
now with tea I only take 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Carrying a lot of extra
Oh
weight.
God. Oh, and smoking. What a lethal combo.
They're both overweight. I mean, Amanda is extremely overweight, but her mother is overweight too.
I originally come from Ballyfermot. Food always was combined with a happy night.
Yeah, Amanda.
We were brought up at the time when people hadn't got loads of money, and food is part of our culture. We were taught when we were growing up never to leave anything on your plate, and we've carried that on to our kids as well.
The whole Haskins family eat together as often as possible. Amanda met her fiancé Jacob 5 years ago on a night out.
When I first met Jacob I was actually 16 stone. Slowly we start getting into the couple, you know, the couples thing where you sit in and you eat. I just lost track. I just lost track of my weight. I think I thought I can stop eating any time, I can lose weight any time I feel like it. And sometimes it's just easier just to go with the weight gain because it's easier to gain weight than it is to lose weight. It's about where I get killed.
Since then, she has put on 8 stone and now weighs over 24 stone.
The biggest fear for me is that I won't be able to walk. Can I need a wheelchair to go everywhere? Like, what sort of existence would that be for me? But not only that, what sort of existence would that be for Jacob? I don't want him pushing me around in a wheelchair.
To get to that size, there has to be a huge amount of binge eating going on, emotional eating.
I always stay up after hours after the family's gone to bed. I have a habit of rooting through the presses. Anything I could really find. Just sit here and eat and smoke and watch TV.
The amount of calories here must be really colossal.
People were bullying me on social media and I didn't take that well. I took everything very personally. And then when I started feeling suicidal was about 3 years ago.
Luckily, with the support of her family and her fiancé Jacob, she has never acted on her feelings.
I'll be there for Amanda all the time. I'm always her support. And I'm a mother and I love her the way she is. I loved her when she was born, I love her now, and I love her in the future. So I just want Amanda just to sort out what she wants to get sorted out now.
I want to feel like I did when I was at my dad's. You feel like a princess, you know, and like you know the dress is perfect for you, you know you look great, and you know no bridesmaid is going to outshine you.
My worry is not she won't make it up an aisle in the dress she wants, she won't make it up the aisle because she may not be around to do that.
Can't believe now I'm after getting to this weight. I'm more concerned about the health. The most thing that I'd be worried about at the moment is stroke. My mother had 3 strokes when she was 60. My father died when he was 52 from a heart attack. It's only when you're getting older that you start realising that you really do have to look at stuff like this.
Now it's time for our medical experts to travel to Clondalkin in Dublin to meet the Haskins face to face, to get a better understanding of this family's medical history and delve deeper. Amanda's twin Adam joins for moral support.
As a family, would you consider yourselves to be physically active?
No. I consider myself very sedentary.
So if you were out for a brisk walk now, would you become fatigued easily? Do you get shortness of breath?
I'd smoke between 25 to 30 a day. And yeah, so if I was walking, like I would be out of breath very quick, you know.
Geraldine, have you any medical problems that you're aware of?
High blood pressure.
Okay.
So I'm on tablets for that now at the moment.
How would you rate your own diet?
I'd say it's not too bad, like, you know.
If you were to say out of 10?
Out of 10, I'd say probably about 6.
So if you're to rate your mood, say 10 out of 10 being you in fantastic form and 0 out of 10 being rock bottom, what would you put yourself in the last 2 weeks, your average?
4.
4, okay. Yeah. So it's a constant battle, the mood.
Yeah, it is.
What would you like to get out of this 8 weeks?
Can you make me happy again?
We can try.
That's what I'd like. I want to be confident and I want to lose weight.
I just need to be shown what way that we should be going now, because I know the things we're doing is not right. And hopefully you will be able to help us at that.
Now, over a 7-day health assessment, the Haskins' every move will be monitored and analysed. All of this information, combined with a range of tests, scans and examinations, will reveal the truth about their health. To start the week of observation, nutritionist Daniel asked the family to keep a food diary to get a clear picture of their food intake.
The important thing is what you're doing day to day. So it's meal by meal, day by day.
Then the doctors carry out full head-to-toe checkups on mother and daughter.
Does stuff ever come out the belly button?
No.
It's day 2 into the week of observation, and Dr. Sinead visits Amanda in the charity shop where she works to see what impact her weight has on her during the day.
Amanda, do you have a lot of standing in this job?
Could be here from 10 until 4 o'clock, so that'd be about 6 hours.
6 hours. Do you find that hard on your back, on your hips, any pain in your joints?
My feet, like, so when I get a burning sensation in my feet.
Yeah.
And then my heels do be very sore, like that's hard to walk then later on. And then my back just give me twinges because we'd be going through, you know, bags of clothes, lifting them and carrying them around.
You try and touch your toes, if you don't mind. Okay. How's that?
Yeah, that's as far as I can go.
Okay, that's fine. Can you straighten up? Can you lean back? Like that? Yeah. Any problems there?
No.
Can you go down to one side? How's that?
Okay.
Can you go down to the other side? How's that?
Yeah, I can feel it on that.
That's worse. So really the focus of pain is about here?
Yeah.
And it stays there, it doesn't move anywhere?
No.
A bite to eat is very convenient as there is a takeaway right next door.
Deep fried chicken in a white baguette with extra mayonnaise. It's not surprising where Amanda is where she is. We're going to have to drastically change this.
Dr. Nina is back in the family home and isn't impressed with what she uncovers.
You see, now that irritates me now, the smoke.
And does the smoke in the house bother anyone else? Does everyone else not smoke?
Bothers my sister.
Yeah.
My sister Lisa, and then it bothers me mum sometimes because, you know, their sinuses. Do you want me to put this out? Is it bothering you?
I don't particularly like smoke,
Okay,
but... Look, I don't like smoking at all, but I have a real problem with smoking in the house. We have banned passive smoking in Ireland in public places for good reason. People who are exposed to smoke have an increased risk of all smoking-related disease. Why would you smoke around the people you love when you won't smoke around strangers? I don't get it.
The doctors organise a series of hospital tests and scans to assess the damage excessive weight has done to their bodies.
So the first test that we're having done is abdominal ultrasounds, and these are scans of the stomach, looking at the kidneys, liver, pancreas, spleen, the organs in the stomach, and really in their case what I'm particularly interested in is the liver.
Good. Breathe normally and relax.
Coming up, the Haskins are pushed to the limits.
Keep pushing, big strides, keep going.
You alright?
And Amanda gets shocking results. This week, the Haskins from Dublin are under observation and our experts have been watching and assessing their every move. At the end of the week, the family will face the consultation room, where the test results and findings will be assessed and the results will be revealed. The doctors continue the week of observation, and Dr. Sinead wants to see what's in an average food shop in the Haskins household.
Yeah. Georgina, I'm just noticing you have a good few jars of sauces.
Yeah.
What are they exactly?
That's that, you know, dal mayo, you know, for the bolognese sauce.
Mm-hmm.
This one will be for, you know, like doing an Indian curry.
Okay.
So I use that in them. And basically that's for, you know, like dips.
I mean, what do you think of these cheese and garlic toasties, Geraldine?
I think they're lovely.
You think they're lovely?
Yeah, yeah. And this is my downfall. Now this...
I don't think she's any concept of how much fat and sugar she's consuming, and just the choices that she's making at the moment are really not good.
It's later in the evening and Dr. Sinead discovers takeaways are the norm in the household.
How many takeaways would you be having per week?
3 to 4.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
For your dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda and Geraldine must now face an intense fitness assessment under the supervision of Professor Niall. Height and weight measurements are taken to calculate their BMI. Next, Professor Niall performs DEXA scans to calculate their level of fat versus lean tissue mass. Amanda is also hooked up to the VO2 max to assess her overall fitness.
Hope Niall goes easy on me.
It's your best effort. Amanda has really let her health deteriorate. I'm shocked that someone at 31 years of age could let themselves get to the state that she's currently in. So I don't expect any fantastic results for Amanda today.
Great job, Amanda. Keep going.
Really well. Now push it out. 17, 18.
Big strides. Come on. I know it's tough, but just keep pushing. Big strides. Keep going.
You alright?
Okay, that's it.
Finished?
What was the total time?
13, 20.
Brilliant work.
I thought I wouldn't be able to do more than 5 minutes. I proved myself wrong.
Let the show begin. No turning back now.
Now Geraldine will face the VO2 max test. She will perform the test on a bike as she is suffering from pains in her legs.
Great work.
Just keep going. Just keep pushing.
The body is amazing how adaptable it is. Even with all the abuse that we give it, it tries to keep going.
Almost home. You're almost done. Just keep pushing. See if you can get another 15 seconds. There you go. It's not another small bit. Come on,
Just finish this out. Finish it out.
Just keep pushing. Come on, Geraldine.
But you know, it can only go for so long, and if you disuse your body and you abuse it, you know, you're going to pay for it eventually.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Well
just
done.
keep going. Just go.
Well done, Matt.
No, that wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
After 1 week of testing and observations, the results are in. The Haskins have been summoned to the consultation room and will now find out what the doctors really think about the state of their health.
I think this family are one of the sickest families that we've met.
Today is really a wake-up call for both of them, to let them know how serious it is.
Professor Niall kicks off the consultation.
There are 3 classes of obesity, class 1, 2 and 3. You're actually class 2, and 37% of your body is fat. We want to get that down initially to 30, but then eventually to below 25. That's going to be your eventual target. For you, Amanda, obviously you're very nervous about, you know, what you're going to hear here today. We take a look at your DEXA scan, and your BMI is way beyond where it needs to be, and in addition, half of your body is fat. But you can certainly change this. But you have to take responsibility for that. Both of you have a very low level of cardiovascular fitness. Walking up a flight of stairs brings you to your maximal effort. You can exercise at about 6.5 times your resting level. I want to see that going to 10, all right?
Okay. So Geraldine, one of the things we were worried about with your fatty diet and obviously looking at your cholesterol was your liver.
Yeah.
So your liver did show fatty liver. Now, the good news is at the stage when it's fatty liver, it is reversible.
Yeah.
So this is something that with diet and lifestyle you can improve.
Yeah, that's good.
So Amanda, thankfully your chest x-ray was okay. I don't want you to underestimate the damage that any cigarettes are doing, and it's really, really important that that's something that stops. The other thing that I really want to talk to you about, Amanda, is what I call the passive smoking in the house, because there is strong evidence that being exposed to cigarettes increases the risk for those who don't smoke at all. In fact, it increases their risk of lung cancer by 25%. If we have banned smoking in public places, so you don't smoke when you're out around strangers, why would you smoke around the people you love? And you have to think of it as that.
Yeah.
You are damaging those you love by smoking around them.
I asked you to fill out some food diaries for me for a week. You know yourself, it's quite shocking. If you were to put a number on the number of calories you think you're consuming, would you have any idea?
I'd say probably, well, maybe over 2,000. Well over 2,000, maybe even 3.
So your total calorie intake from food and beverages is over 7,000 calories.
A day.
A day. So normal would be between roughly 1,800 calories and just around over 2,000 calories. So it's 3 times the daily recommendation for calories.
An oral glucose tolerance test was performed on Amanda to check for type 2 diabetes.
Unfortunately for you, the results of your tests indicate that you have now joined the approximately 200,000 people in Ireland who have type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
One of the things you said to us is one of your biggest fears was to find yourself in a wheelchair. I want to talk through a little bit about what diabetes does to the body, because my real worry is that you could end up in a wheelchair because of what's going on in your vascular system. Okay. I'm really sorry, take a minute.
These aren't things that you can't do out in the day.
Amanda, listen.
Amanda.
Look, we don't enjoy...
Yeah, but it's frightening.
No, I know it is.
I'm annoyed at myself and I'm shocked that I've let it go this far.
This is... We don't want you to hate yourself more because of today, because today is about where you're starting from, okay?
This is when you start doing things about it, Amanda.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't it be worse if you didn't know any of this and you're still continuing on?
You can have type 2 diabetes and just have a much longer life than someone who has no clue what's going on and buries their head in the sand.
Yeah.
You have a golden opportunity, man, to turn it around.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, we've given you is the bad news. What I want to talk about now is what we can do about it.
You'll be able to take action.
Dr. Nina finds a connection between the sores on Amanda's body and type 2 diabetes.
Bacteria and fungus love lots of sugar. And that rash on your skin, under your arms, is called acanthosis nigricans, and it's directly related to insulin resistance in the body. As the sugar comes under control, there's a very good chance that a lot of those things will improve.
You know, what you have, we all feel, is a binge eating disorder. So eating disorders, we all think of them as anorexia and bulimia, and that's what everybody has off the tip of their tongue. But by far the most common eating disorder worldwide, in Ireland and throughout the world, is binge eating. But what we want to do is get you counselling and help, because we know you're going to need help with that, because it's an actual eating disorder, you know, and something that you need a bit of professional help.
Yeah.
You know,
because sometimes I don't think people understand.
No.
You can change the future, but it is going to have to take change on your side.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
You will. You're going to do well.
Like, I can't believe like that I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes now.
To reduce Geraldine's risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke and improve her overall blood results, she is asked to lose 5 to 10% of her body weight and follow the nutrition and fitness programme. Amanda must also lose 5 to 10% of her body weight and follow the food and fitness plans. In addition, as she is at risk of cardiovascular disease, lung disease and cancer, she is asked to quit smoking. She must reduce her sugar consumption and see a diabetes specialist. The doctors have also asked her to attend a psychologist. Coming up, Geraldine has a problem.
It's very painful.
Is it?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I'm concerned that it's a vascular problem and it's going to increase her risk of having a stroke like her mum.
But Professor Niall doesn't let up.
And the other leg now. Jump up.
Americans drastically need to change their lives. In the consultation room, Amanda and Geraldine received alarming results. Now they have 8 weeks to turn their lives around. It's the beginning of the 8-week plan, and the doctors have organised counselling for Amanda as they want her to work on the psychological aspects of her weight gain.
Amanda, you know, it really is understanding what the function of the eating is.
The function?
Yeah, it's understanding why you're eating. You know, is there some function to that?
I feel like I can't do anything about it. Like, I just feel like unhappy, you know, and angry and miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm making things worse in my life for not just myself but other people as well. Oh, you know, like, oh, I've had having a bad day, so I just make myself miserable. Oh, I had to have a good day, so I celebrate now,
yeah,
you know?
Okay. What it sounds like is that the food sort of fills an emotional gap in some way. Is that what's happening?
Well, I always
think?
describe myself as a comfort eater.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I describe myself as all the time. Like.
And I guess, you know, with our work together, what we'll be trying to do is to think about other ways of expressing those feelings. You know, that's not going to affect you. There definitely seems to be quite a link between how she's feeling and then how she overeats. And that's why I gave her some homework to keep a food diary where she can write about times when she's feeling upset and what the situation is, and then how she's feeling in that occasion. So it's just to help her understand really the whole cycle of what's going on.
It's a new day, and the Haskins are starting the food plan by clearing out the presses.
All this stuff here has to go. This is all now just rubbish.
Just want to say goodbye.
Amanda reads through the food plan.
Complete change in attitude and mindset towards food. Food must be seen as something that has a positive impact on your health and well-being, rather than something that is an emotional dependency. Cut out sugar in your tea and coffee. This is a must. You should not be drinking any calories.
They head out and start their fitness plan. Professor Niall has asked them to go for 3 daily walks for 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I think it's easier to get up and go out and do 15 minutes rather than doing 45 altogether.
Yeah.
You know, because at least you know, like, you're out and you're back in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's doable. Definitely.
It's Amanda's first lunch on the plan.
I haven't craved anything yet. And I know maybe if I'm sitting up late, I'll be thinking, oh, what's in the presses, but if they're cleared out, I won't be able to get anything, you know. But, you know, watch this space, you know, I'll let you know in 3 days.
As the days continue, Amanda is still happy with the food.
Like the eating plan, I like the stuff that he's actually given to me. Like I can still have bacon, I can still have beans, I can still have eggs, and I love eggs, and then I can still have, you know, chicken, and I can still have me veg.
And Geraldine is happy too with the menu.
I know it doesn't look appetising now, this meal that I'm eating now, but it actually is tasty. Normally, like now, in the morning time, I'd probably be eating like rashers and sausages and an egg and stuff, you know, but I'm actually content eating this now.
But Amanda isn't too keen on the no sugar policy.
Going from 4 like tablespoons of sugar in coffee to no sugar in coffee, it's hard, you know what I mean? Like it's not as like the coffee isn't as enjoyable as it used to be. I'm afraid to hurt myself or damage myself further, or because I don't understand the diabetes.
Due to her recent diagnosis of type 2 diabetes, cutting out sugar is crucial for Amanda. The doctors have organised for her to meet a diabetes specialist to answer her questions and start her treatment.
There's so many different things going on in this set of blood tests. Realistically, most of them are related to that insulin resistance. As it happens, if we work together to reverse that insulin resistance, most of the other things in there will go away.
Now I know I can deal with it. Like he basically said, you're not the only person that has it. And when I was told that I had it, I thought I was the only person that had it, like, because I felt that way, you know, but now I don't. Can't wait to start get cracking now and start on these tablets now and see how we go.
One doctor's order Amanda hasn't come to terms with yet is quitting smoking, but improvements have been made.
I'm still struggling with the cigarettes. I haven't given them up completely, but I have dropped down from 20 to 25 down to 14 cigarettes. The positive thing is I'm smoking outside now, so I'm not harming others around me, and that's a positive, you know. So hopefully now I start going down more and more, you know, and then eventually I don't have to come outside and quit cigarettes altogether.
As the weeks go on, Amanda continues the fitness plan, but Geraldine is finding it very difficult.
I do want to go out walking, but I just can't. When I go out walking, I'm in terrible pain when I come back. I was out last night and I thought I'd never get back to the house. It was so painful.
Dr. Sinead makes a house call to investigate the pain.
Hi Geraldine, how are you? Good to see you. Where is the problem? How long is that going on for?
I think it's going on for about nearly 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
And where are you getting the pain?
I get it from the back of my heel, right up through my leg and right up into my groin area. And sometimes when I get up now, it sort of like catches and I don't have to hold myself on the table. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So this isn't a bone pain, it's not to do with her joints. In fact, I'm concerned that it's a vascular problem, that she has narrowing of the arteries in her legs, that there isn't enough good blood supply getting down into her legs.
It's very painful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And I'm worried that if that's the problem in her legs, well then, you know, the same problem is going to be happening in her heart, and it's going to increase her risk of having a stroke like her mum.
Dr. Sinead organises a carotid ultrasound of her neck to check for narrowed carotid arteries, which increase the risk of stroke.
So I notice a bit cold there.
I'm hoping that the result will be okay, but I'm a little bit worried that we're going to see some pathology, some plaque, maybe even some narrowing of her carotid artery that goes up to supply her brain.
With Geraldine suffering from pains, Professor Niall wants to offer them both low-impact exercise alternatives to keep them on track.
Coming into a pool where you have water, it gives them a little bit of buoyancy, so it takes that pressure off their joints and muscles, and hopefully they'll be able to do a lot more exercise and get more out of the exercise bout itself. Okay, just over here, Geraldine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to do a few exercises that maybe in between sets you can start doing these exercises as well. Again, getting the heart rate up. Okay? You're going to go down and push yourself right out of the water. Very good. So just jumping up and down in the water. Keep the legs straight. That's it. That's it. 7. Take your time. 10. Okay. You jump up and you touch your opposite shin. And the other leg now. Jump up. Take your time. Hands up. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I want you doing 3 lengths again. Third one fast. It's a race. Let's go. If we can get them to sort of to move up the intensity that they, you know, when they are exercising, that they're putting a little bit of more stress on their cardiovascular system and on their musculoskeletal system, so they're getting the maximum benefit from the exercise bout itself. Oh, very close. Very, very close. Very good. And again, it just shows you, you guys can actually do this at a much higher intensity than you're doing it at. So don't be afraid to push yourselves now. All right, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
All right, good job. Well done.
It was good tips he gave us, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was tough, like, it was tough going, you know.
Like jumping up and down out of the water now, I could land and it wasn't putting any pressure on my ankle. So, yeah, I think the swimming is the best. Definitely.
Amanda is struggling with weight loss, so she is working on the diary that the psychologist asked her to fill out.
I have my bad days with eating as well. I have my good days and I have my bad days, you know. But I think what's depressing me most is that I keep weighing myself and I'm not losing any weight, you know what I mean? And that's kind of depressing me because I'm saying, well, come here, I'm at the kicking my arse all week, you know what I mean, exercise, and I'm watching what I was eating and all, and why isn't the scales going down? And I'm getting a bit obsessive about it, you know, and I'm starting to kind of get a bit down about that.
Amanda continues her sessions with the psychologist. Daniel arrives to see if he can figure out alternatives to help them shift the pounds. And last night's dinner may hold some answers.
This is quite a large portion, so I think you can reduce the portion size. Noodles they're quite an energy-rich source of calories. What I would like to see is more vegetables. Higher fibre, lower in calories, and it's just about how you flavour that dish then to bring out the most in it.
Coming up, will temptation prove too much?
I've just opened a new company. It's a cupcake company.
Right.
And Professor Niall is not happy with the Haskins.
I would have expected probably larger changes than that.
Haskins were in drastic need of life overhauls, and over the last 6 weeks have been attempting to turn their lives around. Mum Geraldine has had leg pains and was sent for vascular tests. In the spirit of change, Amanda has moved in with fiancé Jacob and has brought her doctor's orders with her.
She's doing great. She's really taken into it, and she's motivating me.
BMI less than 30, that's not me. Jacob is my rock. He's one of the people that you can rely on to look after you, you know, and he's very supportive. He's supporting me by coming with me on me walks and, you know, making special dinners.
6 weeks into the plan and it's going well for both Amanda and Geraldine.
I had a few hiccups, a couple of milky bar sweets, but nothing big major thing, you know. I feel healthier, believe it or not. And like I feel happier as well because I'm looking at Amanda, and Amanda is happier in herself. And that's given me a boost.
If the Haskins can't resist temptation during the 8 weeks following the doctor's orders, their chance of long-term success is reduced. Dr. Nina organises an undercover temptation test to test their resolve.
We're really, really hoping that they can stick to the food plan and pass this because, you know, it'll be a rocky road ahead and we want to see that they can stay the course.
What better test than cupcakes? Both Geraldine and Amanda were due to be working today, but only Geraldine is in the shop.
Hi. Hi, how are you? I've just opened a new company. It's a cupcake company.
Right.
If you order today, you can get, see, a box of 6. They're now reduced to €9 today. Are you interested?
Well, I tell you, I'm on this thing at the moment. I can't eat anything with sugar in it.
Ah, so she's saying no. I'm delighted, that's great.
My daughter is coming down now, so I'll show her this one.
Would she be interested?
Yeah, she probably would be interested.
In ordering today?
Yeah.
For real?
So
Perfect.
what I'll do is I'll get her.
She's taking her number and everything. I'd be a bit worried to hear that.
Thanks so much, and tell your daughter to give me a call.
Dr. Nina comes out of hiding and confronts Geraldine.
Geraldine, you had a lady come in to you a little while ago to sell you cupcakes.
Yeah, that's right.
That was your temptation test?
Was it?
Absolutely.
I don't believe you. Are you serious?
And so it's really important because we set you the diet and we asked you to follow it, and I have to say I'm absolutely delighted to say that you passed your temptation test. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Oh God, I can't believe that was a set-up.
Geraldine, the only thing that worried me is you did say my daughter will be here in a half an hour and she would definitely buy some.
I didn't want to hurt her by not buying anything off her. So that's why I started to put it on to, like, my daughter will be here in a while and she'll buy something, but Amanda wouldn't have bought. I know that for a fact she wouldn't have bought any of them.
Well, that's temptation is there, so you did well.
Thanks very much. I'm embarrassed over that now.
Geraldine has passed the temptation test, and now, after 8 weeks, Amanda and Geraldine must return to Professor Niall's fitness lab to be retested.
They were extremely overweight and extremely deconditioned. If they adhered to the programme at all, the benefits should be very, very large today.
Geraldine is first to have her cardiovascular fitness retested.
Thumbs up when I get to the number. Best describes how much effort you're putting in now, okay? 17, 18, 18, very good, Geraldine.
The gradient is increased and Geraldine pushes through the pain.
Right, left, right, left, right, left. That's it.
Come on, man. Push it just even for 1 more minute, man.
Oxygen uptake is still going up. Someone's been training very hard.
You won't believe it, man.
19, 20. Yes. Okay.
Well done. Very good. That looks a lovely, comfortable pace.
Next, it's Amanda's turn.
Thumbs up if everything's okay. Good, excellent.
Amanda, that's it. Very good.
That's good job, Amanda. And drive up that hill.
16, 17. Very good, Amanda. Plenty more there. Well done. That's it, Amanda. Are we okay?
Even though Amanda is going strong, it proves too much for her.
Head up, Amanda. That's it. Driving up the hill.
Come on, Amanda. Come on, come on. Give me 10 seconds. Okay.
Stick your feet to the side, feet to the side, feet to the side. Okay.
That's good. Hold on. Well done.
Well done, well done, well done, well done. Give me this. Okay, feeling okay? Get dizzy or anything? I'm going to get you to walk. No, well done, well done, well done.
It's very difficult for Amanda. I mean, just think of the weight that she's carrying. And I think the day got to her. I think she was very, very stressed. She didn't want to let us down or her mum be disappointed.
With the final fitness and medical assessments behind them, the Haskins have returned to the consultation room, where the panel will reveal if this family have obeyed their doctor's orders and improved their health.
I think I'm just so nervous now that I don't know how I'm going to react when I get in there.
If it's good or bad, we just have to accept it and change other things. But I think we've done well so far.
To reduce Geraldine's risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and improve her overall blood results, she was asked to lose 5 to 10% of her body weight and follow the nutrition and fitness plan. Amanda was also asked to lose 5 to 10% of her body weight and follow the food and fitness plans. To reduce her risk of cardiovascular disease, lung disease and cancer, she was asked to quit smoking. She had to reduce her sugar consumption and see a diabetes specialist. The doctors also asked her to attend a psychologist. After 8 weeks, the results are in. Professor Niall kicks off the consultation.
Geraldine, your body weight remained constant at 102 kilos, so it hasn't changed over the past 8 weeks. And if you take a look at the screen, you can see your initial BMI was 35.7. Now, after 8 weeks, your BMI is still 35.7 because your body weight has not changed and your body fat has decreased, but very, very slightly.
8 weeks ago, Geraldine's fitness rated in the bottom 1% of women her age. Now for the retest results.
Your fitness levels have improved by 62%.
That's good, isn't it?
You're now in the 15th percentile. That is going to have a tremendous impact on your life.
That's brilliant, thanks. Delighted to hear that. Yeah.
So Amanda, initially you were 154 kilos. You're 152 kilos today. That's a 2 kilogram weight loss. And I would have expected a bigger loss than that over an 8-week period.
Yeah, same as myself.
And if you take a look at the screen, your BMI initially was 51.5. Afterwards, your BMI has decreased slightly and your body fat has also decreased. I would have expected probably larger changes than that.
For fat loss to occur, we need to create that calorie deficit, and that's going to take portion control. Amanda, have you been following the plan 100%?
Yeah, I have, yeah. The only thing I like what you said was about portion size. Like, I was actually making a full omelette, you know what I mean? And it would be like, it would be huge on the plate, like.
But Daniel is happier with the nutritional value of what she is consuming.
When you came into us, this was a typical day. Between main meals, we were seeing snacks like Big Mac meals and a large McChicken sandwich. Now the nutrition profile of your food is so much better, and there's far better nutrition in the meals that you're eating day to day.
Dr. Nina isn't happy that Amanda is still smoking.
1 cigarette a day is doing you harm. And as long as you continue to smoke, your risk for all the other diseases is still phenomenally increased. Okay? So it is one of the biggest risks to your life and health.
Okay.
Okay?
Dr. Sinead was concerned about Geraldine's risk of stroke, so she organised an ultrasound to check for blockages. The results are in.
Thankfully, the results were normal. But you do have that family history of stroke, and therefore I'd encourage you to be really vigilant that you need to continue with the new healthy lifestyle, with the exercise and the improvements in your diet. Amanda, now you had an alarming amount of fat floating around in your blood, and you have in the last 8 weeks created an improvement of 36%. That's excellent.
I mean, the other positive thing about this, Amanda, is that there's no question that being involved in this process may have potentially saved your life, because we uncovered, you know, the fact that you had type 2 diabetes that had gone undetected for quite a period of time.
One of the blood results that we looked at was the HbA1c, and that's a measure of your blood glucose control, and you showed a 26% improvement in that over the 8 weeks, which is amazing.
Okay.
It means your blood glucose levels have been at a much safer, lower level, and therefore they're less likely to be causing damages to your body like hardening of the arteries, and they're the kind of things that lead to stroke and heart attack. So because you've controlled your blood glucose, that puts you in a much safer category.
Obviously, this is only the start of a process. You have to constantly now manage your glucose. It's not reversible, so the onus is on you now to continue to manage this.
I think the biggest change for you, Amanda, is going to be the mental change.
Yeah.
And I think once you're in that right place, the physical stuff's going to come. You have reversed weight gain, Amanda. You were gaining weight for years, and you're not doing that anymore. So you reversed it and you have started to lose. But it is the start, so don't think of today as the end. The weight goes on over years. It has to come off over years.
Thanks, Niall.
Okay.
So there's no quick fix, but Amanda and Geraldine were healthier sitting in front of us today than they were 8 weeks ago. They have changed the way they look at food and the way they think about food, and that's huge, and that is going to sustain them.
A few weeks later, and the Haskins are upping their training along with sister Lisa.
This was a big step for them. I've been trying to get them to come to these classes for years, so it's a very big step. I'm glad that they're here.
Well, I mean, I would have never done this before. Can't believe I'm actually doing it. I have Amanda and Lisa with me, and it feels like, you know, I mean, we never really did things together like this. Now we're doing something together, and I love it.
My body is just sore and my legs are shaking, but I feel great. I love it, like, you know, and it's actually really, it's fun to me, like, because I like the weightlifting. Now, if I don't get into shape with this place, there's no hope.